welcome you all to the Jamie Lane subdivision groundbreaking. It's a pretty exciting day. It's an exciting day for the city, for housing, and for working families and affordable housing. So we're really, really pleased that we could finally have this come to fruition. It's been quite a few years in the making. Today, the city and its development partner, the Housing Land Trust of Sonoma County, are breaking ground on 5 new homes for local families. However, none of this would be possible without our other partners contributing funding or time to this project, including County of Sonoma, Fannie Mae, California Housing Finance Agency, Steve LaFranchi and Associates, and general engineering contractor RCX. Renew Now Homes, and the Northern California Engineering Contractors Association, ECA. So all of these partners have made this come to fruition. This property, near shopping and public transit, was initially entitled for 6 market rate housing units in 2004, but the developer was not able to complete that project. The property was purchased by the Cotati Redevelopment Agency in 2009, and the next year partnered with Housing Land Trust to explore development into workforce housing. It wasn't until 2019, with a revised development plan with 5 homes and an innovative manufactured home model, that the project began to move forward again to provide much-needed infill housing. Through the tireless efforts of Deb with the Housing Land Trust and the vision and generosity of funders, this new model of workforce housing is coming to fruition. These types of infill projects will help Sonoma County reduce our greenhouse gas emissions by providing housing closer to jobs and ensuring half of the home's power is provided with solar panels. Through the Land Trust model, this housing will stay affordable forever, while also allowing owners to build equity during their ownership. Thank you again, and we look forward to partnering with the Land Trust on many more future projects to keep our working families here in Sonoma County. Thank you. Now we have the County of Sonoma's going to speak. Oh, Steve?
Thank you, Mayor Moore. I'm very glad that he went first because he had all the history, and I was trying to go by memory about when we started on this and how long ago and the whole process. So I appreciate your leading the act on this one. So with that being said, I do have to say it's really been an honor for our company to be able to be a part of this process from even originally, but from 2010, and to work with a great team of consultants, contractors. It just shows, and also with the government, it shows what can be done when the government works with the private sector, when there is a goal and everybody is pulling together. It doesn't mean that it's easy. It doesn't mean that it takes time, a lot of I's to dot, T's to cross, but everybody worked together. The communication was great, and work together to get to where we are today. And really, this is like halftime. This is the halftime show. We got through the entitlements. We got through the construction documents. Now we're breaking ground for the site work. And the fourth quarter, we're going to have, the vertical construction, the landscaping, finalizing the site. And then, we're going to get to that post-game show, which is when some lucky and deserving individual or family is handed the keys to these homes that we're going to be building. I recently had the honor with Deb, post-COVID, to see a last unit in a project that we had completed in Petaluma, to see that handoff. And if you already are not committed to this process, if you're not just, hey, we're going to do whatever it takes to make this happen, if you ever get a chance to have that experience where you see that handoff of those keys to a family, you're in for life. And that's all that anybody needs for motivation. So a little bit that I would like to recognize from our own company is that the two of our heavy lifters that really kind of made this happen are back at the office still lifting things that need to get done. Nathan Fishman, our project engineer, and Andrea Chapman, our landscape architect. And with us here today, though, is our project and office manager, Bobby Wolf. And without her, the train would have really gone off the tracks. Not only from our office, but the coordination with all the consultants, the city, everything else is really to her incredible effort and dedication. So I want to be able to make sure that Bobby gets acknowledged for that. With that said, last but not least, is that none of this would have happened or could happen without Dev Getches and the Housing Land Trust. I have never worked with anyone that is so committed, so dedicated, and will do anything to move forward, to create an opportunity for a for sale inclusionary product that people want. People still want that. They want to touch the ground. They want to plant a garden. They need housing like this. And this is a pilot project. It's a tremendous opportunity, not only for the Cotati, but for the county, the state, and the country. So anyway, thank you, Deb. I'm just, again, very honored and to the opportunity to have worked with you. Thank you. And I'll turn it over to Dave Weller.
Thank you. I'm Dave Weller with RCX. Not really accustomed to custom speaking, more accustomed to figuring out how to get the jobs done and people together and getting it done. But I can't tell you, I'm so excited to be here. This project is so cool. This is my second project with the Housing Land Trust. And Steve said it, Dev is great. She's great to work for, great to work with. Thank you for this opportunity to be here. I also got to say thank you to RCX. We got Tom Swiegel, the owner, is here. A brand new 700 tractor ready to push some dirt. And for just giving me this opportunity to be here and do this project. And, I'll explain a little bit about some of what I've been through. I'm going to keep this short, though. It's going to be less than 3 minutes, I promise. But just to get here and where we're at, I mean, what it's taken, 10 years to 11 years, and just this last year, the hurdles that we have overcome together. And it's pretty cool. I'm here, and I get an opportunity to pay it forward. It's for these 5 families. It's for these communities. It's why we're here. And I'm just lucky to be part of it. We're excited to work with the city. We're excited to work with Moe Engineering. Steve, you've set us up with a great set of plans. We're working really closely with North Coast Utilities. We're drawing this stuff together. As we're getting ready to break ground, we're still working on those details and finalizing things to make this go smoothly and to get these 5 families in here. That's my little bit on RCX. Thank you. We're so happy to be here. But I have 2 hats that I'm wearing here today. Last year, I was president of the ECA, Engineering Contractors Association. We found out that the Land Trust had a budget crisis. I'm going to call it a crisis, but I stepped up to ECA. I stepped up to John Bly, our executive director. I stepped up to Lacey Torkelson, and I says, hey, we got a board meeting on Tuesday. This was on Saturday morning. I'd already talked to Tom. I says, Tom, I don't think we can do this. I don't know how to do it. What do you think about it? It's actually Tom's idea. And Saturday, I'm pressure washing my deck. It's like, how can I work? And it comes to me, and I call John, and he's a yes. I call Lacey, she's a yes. Type out some notes. Here's the mic. Send plans to all my vendors. We have the board meeting, and it's a slated meeting. I mean, it was full meeting. I had 5 minutes, maybe 10. We get it through, and we get it passed in 3 days. ECA accepts this project. I wrote a letter to everybody. Our goal was $50,000. Today, I am up to $82,000 in donations. And they came from far and wide. Adobe Associates, Aaron Paving was the first one to step up. The newsletter came out. It wasn't 5 minutes after the newsletter came out, Dan Fowler was on the phone. I'm in. Bodine Company, Daniel Davis, Devin Chenzi Concrete, Dolan Trucking here today. Gelati Brothers, so cool. We want to help. Like, hell yeah. Mike Brown Electric comes, he shuts off the power for us. North Bay Petroleum, Northgate Ready Mix, Pace Supply, Pacific Sanitation, RCS Trucking, Stevenson Supply. He was really funny. He comes in, Dave, I want to help, but not going so well. I can do Kent, small, large. Everybody puts in a little. We get a lot. ECA, a bunch of people are putting in a little, and it's going to be a lot. We're going to make $100,000. We are going to save these 5 homeowners $100,000 to help get them in closer to the entry point that you want to be at, Dev. That's my goal. Stevenson Supply, Stony Point Rock Quarry, Brett's in the back there. Thanks for coming. Sire Industries, another just huge step up, and Team Gelati. ECA is a pretty cool organization. We do a bunch of these kind of events. I've been involved with CR, 2004. How many dollars have we done, Lacey?
Can't even keep track.
It's a bunch. I should have that next. If I do this again, I'll know. Anyhow, I just want to say thanks. We're happy to be here. Our commitment, we're going to have some other subs in here. RCX is doing this project. RCX is standing behind this project. We're going to work hard with our inspectors. We're going to work hard with our engineers, and we're going to get this job done. Thank you.
Hi there. I'm Kevin Brown with Cal HFA. I'm just here to say today that Cal HFA was proud to contribute $875,000 of our innovative housing funds from AB 101 in the form of a purchase of affordability restrictions on these sites for a regulatory term of 99 years. Our funds are paying for site preparations, permitting and impact fees, and other soft costs. The combined contributions of the city, county, state, donations from people that Dev has contacted, and ECA apparently is lowering the purchase price of these homes by hundreds of thousands of dollars. These homes will be sold to workforce families earning to 120% or less of area median income. HLT's tried and true model, paired with a Fannie Mae MH Advantage program and the partnerships of the local and state resources, really helped create an amazing and unique approach towards addressing the ongoing housing process in the state of California. On a personal note, I can't wait to see until this is done. Let's keep up the good work. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Mark Westfall with Renew Now Homes, and I could go on about the last 18 months and what it's taken, but I think you've got a pretty good picture of it. But I'll give you a little background about us, and we're going to be the builders here on the homes and the garages and pretty much whatever anyone asks us to do, that's what we're going to do. But our company was really born from tragedy. After the fires hit, we came together and tried to figure out a way to put people back in their homes at a price that they could afford and work with their insurance companies. So after we built a few models, along came this lady named Dev, and the relationship was born. She said, I think we can do this everywhere, can we? And we said, of course we can, let's do it. And so that's kind of where we came from. And today, you're all here for a groundbreaking event, but really it's not just a groundbreaking event. We're here. This is truly groundbreaking. This is going to be possibly history in the making. If you look around, right now it's dirt. In 6 months, This is going to be something that nobody else could do. Some people may call it a development, a subdivision. Some people may call it a project. No, this is a community. We're building a community, and that's what we're here for. This is not just in Sonoma County. This is the state of California, and hopefully as a group, we have put enough thought into this project, this community, take that back, that we want to make sure that we can duplicate this for other families across the state, across the nation. So this isn't just about turning a shovel over. What you're seeing is history in the making. And I want to make sure everybody understands that this is history in the making. And I'll take just a quick minute and I'll introduce my partners. We sat down 2 years ago and said, how can we help people? And right here is Ray Gritton. Ray's been in the manufactured housing industry since the 70s. He's a little more mature than all of us, but he also knows this business back and forth. And seated next to him is our head of construction, Clay Sharp. He's the youngest one and probably the most knowledgeable one. We have another partner that handles all of our banking. I'm Mark Westfall. I'm kind of the front person that meets with everybody and takes orders and tries to get things done. But I think aside from just being able to take orders and get things done, I share the vision that people have. And believe me, without vision, this wouldn't have happened. So I welcome you all today, and I look forward to welcoming you again when we can open a door and have you walk in. Thank you very much.
Hi. Thank you for coming out. It's been one heck of a year and an even longer decade. We are here to meet the challenge that all of us get faced with all the time as nonprofits, as government, as private donors, as public donors. Is the sound okay? Because I want you to hear what I got to say. Give nonprofits land. That's all they need. Why can't they build with just that? Oh, well, if this penciled, it wouldn't be sitting here. So, first part of the project, formula. To get to what? To get to, close your eyes and imagine this. Imagine one house. Imagine 5 happy faces around that house. Put an equal sign and go back to the beginning of the equation. That's what you are all a part of, the equation to get to that one house that is going to serve families generation after generation, that will be affordable to the first family and allow for the creation of building generational wealth. So people have safe and secure housing, but they also have a little bit of money to stay in town and buy that market rate house. And so we can be selfish as a community and not lose the fabric of our community, our teachers, our medical personnel, our city employees, our first responders. I'm actually a special ed teacher. I don't even know what I'm doing in this job. I totally got drafted by Michael Hatfield, who's the founder. He took me to lunch, and I was like, I'm an educator, right? Like, I don't know anything about real estate. His answer was, it's not rocket science. But I am a teacher. And you know what? My students need a clean, safe place to do homework. And if their parents are fighting and they're stressed about the mortgage, they are not going to have a clean, safe place to do homework, and they will not succeed. And there goes our next generation and their trajectory for the future. So it looks like we're in the business of housing, but we're not. Housing is a vehicle. And I don't care how much noise this is. We're hearing this. Housing is a vehicle to quality of life, where the resources of good schools are right here in the middle of Cotati, by that train station, down the street from the Starbucks and the Olivers. Thank you, Olivers, for the water, and Bert's for the chocolate. You'll see that later. Hopefully it's not melted. And that's what it's all about. We can't put people in affordable housing out there. Who the heck are we? Where would we be if you couldn't drop your kid off and go to work? That teacher, me, who took care of your child all day, the values we have, the things we tell them are the people they become. So what are we going to do about that? Okay, we can't pay them more. We're not in charge of the payroll. All right, let's fix it a different way. Partner, share the burden. Second challenge. Number 1, use infill underutilized land. Thank you, City of Cotati. Thank you, council members, for making the decision and standing by us and doing this for 10 years until we found Califay. Oh, Kevin Brown, Tia Boatman Peterson, who now works for Joe, that would be Joe Biden. She's over there in Washington, D.C., talking to everybody about Jamie Lane. Seriously, someone called me yesterday. They have to do an interview because Tia said so. They're talking about this at the president's office. This is a prototype being watched by Fannie Mae for the rest of the country. This is a prototype to prove that infill in underdeveloped land opportunities, partnering with your local government, that's your city, your regional government, that's your county, your state government, Califay, and Governor Newsom's office, and then national partners, such as Fannie Mae, that has duty to serve, national policy that we're putting to work, saying use MH Advantage. Mark, what did you tell me? You're going to get a house in here, you need 10 days to make it pretty on the inside, and then another house gets delivered in weeks. We're going to have people living here. So Dave is going to fix this land up, and then Mark's going to put a house on it, and we're going to have families in here by the fall. There will be Christmas lights and maybe even turkeys in these homes. And we are coming back for a barbecue party, not where we're barbecuing like today, because Kevin wants a barbecue party. So what we're doing, we're going to find the fire department for that, just so you know. Okay, so now we have our sequence of what we need to get to affordable homes in perpetuity. There are white papers that have been written about this by UC Berkeley, the Turner Center for Innovative Housing. There are slide decks that have been made up on this model. They are being delivered at conferences, local and international. We're doing this so that this can be replicated in disaster areas around the country and internationally. Thank you, coming back full circle to local. Without ECA, without every single person that is sitting in these chairs, there would be no project. So yeah, let's replicate it in our backyard. But thank you for caring, thank you for showing up, and thank you for believing, because it's really hard to believe. And what's most hard to believe is that you're here and you're making this happen. Thank you on behalf of our board of directors. I cannot say enough about them. Kathleen Kane is here today. Thank you. From the staff at Housing Land Trust, and most of all, from the families that we all serve together. And a special shout out to Steve, who puts up with me a lot. Thank you. Time for shovels. Let's go.